figured it out.
So proud of him.
But we were talking to each other, saying he forgot to show us the screen. He forgot to show us the screen, and then then I said, "No one tell him."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kirby, but are you professional streamer? You get paid for this. You are a professional. You are a professional. You're a professional streamer in the same way that
That was
Soviet
perfect timing.
Rumble
You know,
is a professional CS:GO player.
Sushi.
Hello, Lordship. I think this is the first time we've met.
A professional
You're a
streamer.
lot smaller than I expected.
You should probably put this on the actual stream as well. It's on the starting soon screen. On
actual professional streamer right here.
Who is this woman?
I'm your judge. Holy shit.
Why have they brought us an alien before the scaled lord?
Oh, you are not the judge. You are not the judge. You're on trial.
Why are we continuing with this? She's already admitted to taking part in the massacre. Let's force her to tell us who the patron is and be done with this.
How typical. The Grand General thinks he can solve all of his problems with violence. But let me ask you this. Why are you assuming that the patron is a human? In Arya's contract, it says that the patron is the individual who gives the contract to her. How do you know I'm not that individual? I go by many names. The Empress of Discord is only one of them.
If what you're saying is true, that makes this a simple matter. We simply need to execute you for the crimes against the kingdom.
You've forgotten what my underlings said during Frigga's trial? As a demon, I can never truly die. If you destroy my body, I'll simply reform in the abyssal hells. I wonder, what might happen to your daughter if you were to draw my ire? You're prosecuting her and playing the villain. But I know the truth. You secretly care about her, don't you?
What nonsense are you spouting?
When you thought she had mage blight, you had to prosecute her. You held on to little hope that you could convince her to take a plea deal. As the king's wife, her position might have been salvageable. And you did this all so she could be with her beloved Aster. then it was revealed that she signed a blood contract with me. That changed everything. Mageblight is one thing, but a demon owning her soul? She can't very well be a queen like this, now can she? You had to find out who the patron was before her trial ended, didn't you, Lucio? Otherwise, your beloved daughter would never be free. And you did all of this because you feel bad for what you did to her.
Okay, well, spell everything out for us, I guess.
I mean, I
Well,
missed
it-
last stream. I kind of needed this.
Well, she's also a demon and just does not give a shit. She can't die.
Everything I've done is for the good of House Steelwind.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Because the way I see it, you abandoned her for her entire childhood. You felt so guilty about killing her mother that you couldn't bear to face her.
No,
And you know what that did to her. You didn't just take away her mother, you took away her father too. You starved her of any affection. She couldn't help but latch on to the first person to show her any kind of superficial kindness. She didn't fall in love with Aster. She became obsessed with him. She stopped being her own person, and she clings to him like a parasite. She changed everything about herself to suit his likes and desires.
I want to punch her.
And you know deep down in your heart, you know that if he is ever taken away from her, she will fall apart.
Urgh.
Since I pity you so much, I'll let you in a little secret. Killing me won't save your daughter. And you don't have the means to confine me. And even if you know who I am, your daughter will never be safe from my influence.
What?
But I suppose there's one possible way to break my contract.
What is it?
My contract will bind Arya Steelwind to the patron so long as they both live. If you truly want to free your daughter from my control, all you have to do is kill her. Do the poor thing a favor and put her out of her misery.
You little wretch. I will hunt you until the end of... Fucking, like...
Enough! Lucio, we cannot antagonize it if we want to find out how this happened.
Tyrion, why are you here? Why do you constantly risk your life for the sake of others? Why do you try to seek justice in a clearly unjust world? I think you do know. The answer is simple. You do it because it satisfies you. You save people. You fight the system. You just love indulging in your own heroics, don't you?
That's not.
It feels good, doesn't it, Tyrion? You know that you're the only righteous person in an unjust society. When you succeed, you're hailed as a hero. And if you fail, it's society's fault, not yours. No matter what happens, you can take solace in the knowledge that you're so much better than everyone else. The superiority you feel over them must be intoxicating. Your divine blood makes it so. You just can't resist giving into it. But just as your divine blood compels you to do good, my hellish blood compels me to do the opposite. I just can't help but take every opportunity to make you all suffer. My entire purpose is to see each and every one of their faces contorted in agony and despair. Humanity is a stain on the world. They're worthless parasites who steal, maim, and kill to get what they want. That's all they are. And I despise those who try to pretend that they're anything different. Oh, so now it's us? That actually reminded me. There's something I hate even more than humanity. I despise the Celestials of the upper planes who go against the natural order. They condemn and admonish things like me, all while watching humanity suffer from their secluded little heaven. They realize that humanity would never willingly choose good over evil. So they created the Heavens Board to tip the balance in their favor. It's so self-indulgent, it makes me want to puke. It is. And I've made quite a hobby out of breaking them and sending them back to their creators. I throw them into the deepest pit of despair before extinguishing their lives. There's been no greater joy in my eternal life. And it took a lot of work to get you right where I need you, Tyrion. You asked me why I did this, didn't you? My actions that day were all for you, my dearest Tyrion. Also, I could see the despair on your face when you realized the truth.
Tyrion.
That's enough out of you, you witch. Cuthbert, you promised me we would save my daughter together. You said those words to me with such conviction. Yet here you stand, quivering like a grunt in his first battle. Are a few meager doubts enough to force a retreat from you? Is that all it takes to defeat the infamous Tyrion? But
Even now, you're still undeterred. I really do love that about you. But I wonder how long that'll last. It's true. I was the one who masterminded this. I knew all about the king's funeral at the Grand Cathedral, so I forced Beatrice Frigga to allow me to accompany her. When I was there, I used my contracts with Beatrice Frigga and Arya Steelwind to compel them to act against their will. And through the actions of Beatrice Frigga and Arya Steelwind, I facilitated the deaths of Lloyd von Sanctus, Carolyn Sybil, and Garrick Pierce. The only motivations for my actions that day was to harm Tyrion Cuthbert's friends and make him suffer. And before you ask, aside from my thralls, I was acting alone that day. I didn't follow direct or indirect orders from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I am a demon after all. Since I'm unable to lie, I thought it would be best to be as detailed as possible. That way, there's no room for doubt. Isn't that wonderful, Tyrion?
Yeah.
I like the thought of my actions were to make Tyrion Cuthbert's friends suffer. Looks at the death of Von Sanctus. 50-50. You might want to press things.
What did she
Have you-
say?
Did you notice that that's not the correct answer? Did you notice the music didn't stop?
You're a little lost in what she's saying, but she is right. She's aware.
We picked the wrong fight.
I mean, keep in mind, one of the first, like, outside of courtroom scenes with her was like, seeing the glitch out, going back into that dialogue and trying to see if it'll do it again. And she's like, did you really think I'd do it again?
Well, I clearly had the help of Beatrice Frege and Arya Steelwind, so I wasn't truly acting alone. Yes, I just can't help myself sometimes. To state things plainly, no human willingly helped me with my plan that day.
So she also said no human.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is like looking at the spell and like the fucking evidence thing.
Oh, Tyrion, I can't tell you all my secrets now, can I?
Yes.
Thank you for noticing. Ray. People know what they're signing up for when they sign a contract with a demon. You can hardly blame me for collecting what was freely offered. Aren't you just assuming that? How did you know that she didn't unknowingly sign a contract with me? Really? What if I were to threaten her dearest fiancé? You may see Arya as a paragon of justice, but everyone has their breaking point. You know I can't lie, so I thought I'd give you something. For example, I could have easily referred to another Steelwind or another frigate that I enthralled. That list is very long, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't. I didn't have a reason to kill them. I just happened to facilitate their deaths. I did, but I didn't have any particular reason to do so.
Someone else did.
I suppose it doesn't. Anyway, would you like for me to add that to my testimony? It would help you, wouldn't it?
And that's saying something, considering that you've cross-examined a talking monkey.
Yes. Ooh. Ooh, that.
The letter.
Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Nope. I love.
Are you just assuming that? And that's where you made your mistake. You're assuming that I act logically.
If
All right,
nobody.
settle the fuck down, Lutheria.
Is something wrong, Tyrion? I went through all this trouble to get your attention. The least you could do is appreciate it.
Enough. Stay on subject, witness.
What would be the fun in that? Killing people is such an easy task to accomplish. Even a child can do it. There are so much more effective ways to make someone suffer. Believes us in for doubt. Beatrice used an indirect order to feign innocence to your previous trial, didn't she? Of course I did. I worked together with Beatrice Frege and Arya Steelwind. My apologies, I just can't help myself sometimes. I'll state clearly so you can be certain. I did not have a contract with anyone that wanted to facilitate any of those murders. I was acting in my own free will. Yes. It appears I underestimated the little bodyguard. Things lasted a lot longer than I anticipated. Oh? Is that so? I agree. So why would I do that?
For the love of the gods, woman, can you stop speaking in riddles?
I have no love for any god aside from myself. Yeah. Well, considering what happened, you could say that everyone in the cathedral that day was my victim. If that's what you think, it's definitely possible. Arya Steelwind. Arya Steelwind.
Out with it, demon. Who killed Garrick Pierce?
I refuse to answer.
It was
No.
An unknown person.
Who knows? I never confirmed or denied that.
Are you serious?
I grow sick of your games, demon.
Because it will be so much better when you discover it yourself. You felt it, haven't you? Ever since the investigation started, you felt a nagging feeling in the back of your mind, haven't you? It's right in front of you, Tyrion. You're just refusing to see it. You're refusing to see who I made a contract with that day.
You made your contract with the patron on that day?
Even with the eye of a god, you're still blinded by your human sentimentality. So think through it carefully. Who killed Garrick Pierce that day?
Oh no. Oh no. I've had this feeling for like 10 minutes now.
I've had some thoughts since like the previous session. I think you guys are starting to catch up. So whoever did this has an in-depth knowledge of the item magic.
Not only that, they came up with creative ways to bypass the defenses put up by Von Cinctus and Sybil.
Yes, they had the ability to react quickly and decisively. Harris forgot to kill Pierce quickly.
The murderer wanted to kill Pierce personally.
Boy, do I not like this.
I think
Alright,
you know the
select the
answer.
thing. Select the thing. I don't like this.
Oh, she's smug as hell.
Oh, I think you skipped the line there.
What is it?
Is everything okay, Mr. Cuthbert?
Tyrion, are you?
You bastard.
There it is! You've realized it, haven't you? I've been waiting for this moment for so long!
What are you talking about? I demand an explanation.
Mr. Cuthbert, what have you discovered?
Tell them, Tyrion. Tell them who did this! Issue your divine edict right now! Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane.
Roll credits.
Say it. Say her name so that everyone can hear it.
You done fucked up now.
My girl, no.
Tyrion, I'm sorry,
What the hell is going on?
Demon, what's the meaning of this?
Exactly what it looks like. The patron you've been looking for has been right in front of you the entire time.
Wait, no, bullshit. One second.
That-
The contract was made with Celeste right there. However, the contract with Arya was made far before.
There's a
Celeste is not the patron. She couldn't be. The order of events do not line up.
Miss
Like-
McCoy.
Okay, so demons can lie.
She never explicitly said that Celeste was the patron.
Yeah, she did.
He
She
literally
didn't.
just said,
Did you sign a blood contract with the Empress of Discord?
I did. It was the only thing that would save Tyrion. I never fought Arya. I fought Beatrice and Eris. They broke past me and ran into the prayer room. But the person they killed wasn't Pierce. It was you. Tyrion, you...
You realize now, Tyrion.
wait, quick, go back to,
Arya's compendium?
no,
Celeste Compendium?
trying to, the Arya's contract. The person who hands the contract to Arya Steelwind will be referred to as the patron. By signing this contract, Arya surrenders her mind, body, and soul to the patron. This contract will bind Arya Steelwind to the patron so long as they both live. So... But surrendering her mind, body,
Not really, no.
the correct. And her mind, body, and soul is surrendered to the patron. The only thing I can think of is the fact that with
Hey guys,
the-
if we keep going, we might get more evidence for this.
like, I was just gonna say, keep in mind, Arya's contract is at the is only the bottom half of a page, and Pierce's letter is the top half. Best case scenario I can guess is that by her signing it, then it getting ripped in half, delivered to us at the inn, and then Celeste passing over the half that had Garrick's letter on it, still counted as the contract? But
I think
Even-
we are thinking too far into this before we get anything.
welcome to
about it.
Ace Attorney!
Play
I
the
missed
game.
I missed half of this chapter. I just came in to being whatever Eris is right now. Just heckin' dog and rompa this shit.
I believe
Do you realize now, Tyrion? Celeste McCoy is the most important person in your life. She was the last person you had that hadn't betrayed you, and she signed away her soul to me, all that she could save you. Why the somber look, Lucio? Weren't you going to execute the patron the moment you knew who they were?
McCoy, does this mean what I think it means?
Yes. I'm the one who tricked Arya into signing that blood contract.
No, literally, how could you?
I was so stupid. when I made the deal with her, I didn't expect her to.
So it wasn't just Miss Steerland and Miss Frega who were controlled that day.
You realize that, don't you, Lucio? As long as the contract with the patron exists, your daughter will always be vulnerable to my influence. You can't kill me, so there's only one solution to free your daughter.
I must execute Celeste McCoy.
Just right into it. No hesitation.
Understand one thing, Mr. Cuthbert. After what you've done for my daughter, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. I will do whatever is necessary to protect her.
Lucio, we can't ask Ashley.
I'll let you all in on a little demonic secret. It doesn't matter if you confine her within a prison. The patron will be able to take control of Arya no matter where she is. But if you kill her, Arya will finally be free from my control.
Do it.
Do it.
I should have done this from the beginning. When I realized what happened, I should have just come forward and admitted to what I did. But I kept holding on to the hope that it was all some kind of trick. I prayed and prayed for the patron to be someone else. Tyrion, I was hoping you to find something that would prove that all of this wasn't my fault.
I suppose there's no reason to continue with this. I sympathize with your position, Cuthbert. But even McCoy recognizes what must be done. It's over, and I will not allow this demon to control my daughter any longer. King's God, restrain him.
Lucio!
That's enough! What kind of court is this?
It's Arya with the steel chair!
Lands right on top of
Calling
Eris.
it Tyrion!
I have to find the gif again.
Arya,
Good argument, unfortunately.
I'm so sorry.
Celeste, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. I won't let anyone pass judgment upon you until that is unequivocally proven.
But Arya, I did this.
Arya, what are you doing?
How dare you, father?
What?
How could you possibly think that you have the right to decide who lives and who dies? If you were actually a prosecutor, I would file for your immediate disbarment. And you, Mr. Cuthbert, how can you just stand there? You're Celeste's attorney. Isn't it your job to defend her until her last breath?
Tyrion,
The hell with that! Justice may be blind, but it's not heartless. I see it in her eyes whenever she's with you, Tyrion. You mean the world to her. She consigned her very soul to hell to protect you. If you abandon her when she needs you most, I will never forgive you.
Tyrion, What? But
I agree. I will not pass judgment until we have determined exactly what happened.
Fine. Do as you wish. But the moment we're certain of the truth, I will do what is necessary.
Very well. Miss McCoy, please take the stand.
Tyrion, yeah.
Arya just...
The truth is that Eris rewrote your memories. Tyrion, you were actually knocked out at 1:45 p.m. We went to the prayer room a lot earlier for our meeting, and that commotion we heard was actually Beatrice and Eris attacking the guards at 1:40 p.m. They tricked me and slipped into the prayer room. After that, Beatrice killed you. I didn't know what to do. That's when Eris told me she would resurrect you in exchange for killing Pierce. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I just wanted you back. I didn't care about what happened to me. I didn't realize that she'd use my eternal servitude to take control of my body. She used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract.
Another one.
Another one. After that, I followed through with my end of the deal. I killed Pierce so that she would bring Tyrion back.
Okay, now part of me is wondering, did Eris change our evidence?
Well, on with it then. Begin your cross-examination, Cuthbert.
I don't think she can change evidence.
She must have thought the Empress would whisk her away to serve her in hell. Instead, she took control of her immediately after. Should have known better than to trust a demon.
Yeah, I didn't have full control of my actions, but I remember what happened. She probably wanted me to watch what she was using me to do. I'm so sorry. I told Arya that Pierce was demanding a plea deal in exchange for telling me who my parents were. Harris made Beatrice put an illusion over the contract to make it look like a request for an appeal. And since Pierce was convicted for killing my father, she respected my wishes.
Mm-hmm.
We made time.
I didn't realize it until after you woke up and gave your statement to the Inquisition. She must have changed your memories when she resurrected you.
I'll be right back.
I'm sorry for lying, but I had to create an alibi.
The testimonies of Prince Alaric, the High Speaker, also implicated her. Miss Steelwind also already knew she was compromised due to finding the purple mark in her pocket. I'm sure things would have ended the same regardless of their testimony. What did Frigga and that demon do when you found them, McCoy? You stop that.
When I went to see what was going on, I only saw Eris and Beatrice standing over the gods' bodies. They acted like someone else had killed them. Then they lied to me and said that they wanted to go into the prayer room for protection. That's when Beatrice, she hit you with some kind of necromancy spell, but it didn't visibly wound you. When I checked your body, it was already cold. Your heart was stopped. I think she is necrotic blight.
No, but she does know something else.
Tyrion, I'm so... I knew it was wrong, but I just couldn't... I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do.
There's no sense in admonishing her now, Mr. Cuthbert. There will be plenty of time for that later.
I knew you wouldn't want this, but it just wasn't fair. Why should a person like him get to live instead of you? It was an easy choice. I know, and I don't care if you hate me after this. But even now, I would still make that same choice.
Perhaps we should stay focused on what happened for now.
I'm back. Wait, we're still on this?
Yes.
Wait. Look.
It might be.
Can you go back
I
to
mean,
the letter, to Pierce's letter? Do you already do something with this?
actually, can we check?
Meet me
What does it
within-
say for necrotic blight? What does it say for necrotic blight? Alright.
You know, you have fun. I'm gonna go heat up a cookie.
But yeah, the letter of
Actu-
the reason I ask about the letter with Garrick Pierce is that it does say the meeting is at 2. Fuck.
Unfortunately, you're remembering this testimony wrong.
Man, all I can hear is Eris just absolutely winning right now. Because she is making Herb suffer.
Yeah. LaFay, thank you. Yeah, I lied about my fight against Arya. I never even fought her. Really? But I was pretty sure of the time. We were supposed to be at the meeting at 1:45. Our meeting with Pierce was scheduled for 1:45, right?
What's wrong, Mr. Cuthbert?
I am back.
What? Oh. Well,
Back.
Back, you have a
Back.
line. Cookie has to wait.
Yeah, it does now. God damn it.
What? But I swear I'm not lying! What?
this say that? I know, I was paying really close attention. I needed to see how close you were to finding me out. So, why can't I remember?
Cuthbert, judging by what happened to you, Eris Ilmater clearly doesn't need a contract to affect people's memories. It's possible she changed the memories of LaFay Frega and her entourage.
What?
But we don't know the full extent of her capabilities. Can we really rule that out? You were unconscious. Ilmater had plenty of time to access your body and your belongings. Of Celeste McCoy.
I guess that's possible. But why would she even bother doing that?
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Are you serious? What more is there left to hide?
But even if you're right, I can't remember what really happened. She has full control of my mind.
What the
I
fuck?
don't like that.
I actively
It's
had
Really
Have
obnoxious
to-
how
No,
resilient
that's not-
you are.
Bitch, get out of my mind.
No.
Why can't you
No,
all just
oh,
give
yeah,
up
no.
already?
No, it's through Celeste. Okay, yeah, sure. Why can't
Why
you?
can't you all
think
just
I'll just give
give
up
up
already?
already? Unfortunately, your little
Your little interrogation
interrogation ends here.
God, what are you doing? Destroy Ilmater's body.
Too late,
You
Lucio.
late, Lucio. I
I
win.
win.
Oh,
Damn it.
We put her to sleep. Just like I did with Beatrice.
Why would you do such a thing, Ilmater?
What do you mean? I did it for the same reason I do anything! What would make Tyrion suffer more than putting his love in eternal sleep?
Damn it. We can't extract any information from her like this. The only person who can tell us what we need to know.
Well, good luck getting anything out of her like this. What is it? Assuming there's anything to even dispute, everything granted by the contract would be reversed. And I don't think you fully understand what that means.
What is it? They do. Where are you going with this?
Wait. You're serious, are you? I am one of the wildest evils that's ever lived. I would never create a faulty contract. Wait, you know I can't speak lies, correct? I'll state it plainly then. There will be no room for doubt. What? You're insane!
I'm loving
You're
this
just
art.
risking death for nothing!
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so nervous?
Stop this!
Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh.
Oh,
no.
shit.
Oh,
make
no.
a backup say? Oh, too late.
By the way, guys, just to let you know, during this entire thing, I've been,
You just
Tucker.
what?
during this session, I've been, making a character sheet for Eris. Level 20 bard with the ability to just control everything.
I killed people. They were usually criminals or bandits. But it still frightened me how unaffected I was by their deaths. It always came so easily to me. I was good at it. A little too good. People told me that taking the lives of others would be hard. But I never felt that uneasiness. Not even once. It made me think that I was some kind of unfeeling monster. And maybe I am. But the time I spent with you, it filled me with more happiness than I could have ever dreamed of. Instead of taking lives, I could save them alongside you. It felt good to protect you. I felt needed when I knew you were relying on me. It made me feel like I was actually worth something to someone. And whenever I saw the light in your eyes, it filled my heart with a warm feeling that I've never felt before. But it was too good to be true, wasn't it? In the end, I failed you. I couldn't protect you, just like I couldn't protect my father. I don't understand. What did you ever see in someone like me? I really don't understand. Why would you go this far from me?
It's good to see you too. Ow, what was that for?
You know what it's for, you jerk! I literally had to sign my soul away to hell to keep you alive. And you just threw your life away?
What else was I supposed to do? Should I have just let Lucio kill you?
Yes! That's exactly what you should have done! It's a lot better than gambling away your life!
I was never gonna go along with that. Do you even know me?
Oh my god. This is why I couldn't tell you the truth. Because I knew you would do something stupid like this!
You know I always get to the truth in the end. All you did was make that process extremely frustrating.
I could have gotten away with it.
You can't even beat me at
Okay,
chess.
Kids.
How are you going to hide
Lucy.
a murder from me?
Oh, you,
my god.
Tyrion,
Oh, comedy gold!
I killed Pierce.
I know.
At first, I tried to justify it by saying he would die in 1 month anyways. And what's his life when compared to yours, right? But when I looked at him just lying there unconscious, I got so angry. So I woke him up.
What?
I wanted him to experience a fraction of the pain that my dad felt. Someone like him didn't deserve a peaceful death. So
Celeste.
You hate me, don't you? This time, I'm the disgusting murderer you've been looking for. So, why couldn't you just let me die?
Do you honestly think I care for you that little?
What?
You are and always will be extremely important to me. One betrayal won't change how I feel about you.
Tyrion,
So you're not getting rid of me that easily. I'll always be there when you need me. And no matter where you go, we're going there together.
Well, I think we might be heading to a pretty bad place.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not one to celebrate a victory prematurely. But if you're already admitting defeat, I won't let the gift horse in the mouth.
Harris.
I can't believe you brought me here. I'll never hear the end of this from my father.
Where are we?
The courtroom of the gods. The place where truth and reality are determined. The court of Azathoth.
Oh shit.
I'll give you one last chance, Tyrion. You made a rash decision, but I can still send you back.
Even now, she's still trying to dissuade you. Why is she so intent on making you give up? You're nervous, aren't you?
Is that so?
There's a reason why you didn't want me to bring you here. And I'm gonna find out what.
Perhaps this was endearing at first, but now it's honestly annoying. I suppose we'll have to do this the hard way then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
The argument.
You should have taken my offer when you had the chance. The only way to nullify my contract is to unequivocally prove that its conditions weren't fulfilled. So says the word of Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
By his word, demons are incapable of speaking lies. You're out of your element, Tyrion. This is my domain.
Agree.
I fucking agree.
Yeah, rationalize, I think. If disputing a blood contract was truly impossible, there would be no need for this court to exist. Demons are powerful, but they aren't omniscient. They can't possibly be aware of contradicting circumstances that may be created when they make a contract. You're hiding something you desperately need to keep hidden. If you even went as far as to knock out Celeste before we could get that information from her.
Oh, really now?
You tried to confound the investigation by manipulating Celeste's memories, but the contradiction in her testimony proves one thing. She didn't see you and Beatrice enter the prayer room until 2 at the earliest.
Your so-called contradiction is based on the testimony of Lefebvre Frega. How are you so sure that her testimony is reliable?
It's supported by the testimonies of Miriam and Lord Asclepius. They were all together at the time. Their testimony is sound.
Oh, really? It looks like you've made a contradiction.
What?
And that illusion makes their testimonies unreliable.
What illusion? You didn't actually specify. What illusion?
So says the word of Asmodeus.
Lefay, Miriam, and Lazaric encountered an illusion.
What?
Illusion? What kind of illusion?
Who knows? My statement still stands.
You can't just expect us to accept your claims without any evidence.
It's the
I
statue.
can't speak lies, Tyrion. Every statement that comes out of my mouth has to be true. I don't need any proof. In this court, the only thing that matters is what is true and what is false. And the word of Asmodeus says that Lefay's testimony is unreliable.
Oh, damn it. She can just say whatever she wants without having to provide any context. She only said that Lefay was tricked. She didn't specify an exact time. Is there something else that proves Lefay didn't begin her search until 2? What else proves Beatrice didn't disappear until 2?
Doge.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well, but, like, I don't think we have evidence the tracker went running.
That was part of a testimony.
Was it?
At least I believe. Go back to LaFace? Oh, Asters. Yeah, wait. What the fuck?
Doesn't necessarily, I don't think. Not 100% on that one. Oh, blah, blah, blah. What do we have? I get the feeling this is going to come up at some point. Is it literally just this?
At 2 p.m.
I guess we can try it. Sure. Regardless of when it happened, Lefay and her party went to search for Beatrice after you two went missing. Do you confirm or deny that?
I won't deny it.
Perfect. Whoever set that trap, they set it to trigger whenever Aster approached his father's body. And it didn't trigger until 2 p.m. Lefay and her party were about to search for Beatrice when the Kingsguard informed them of what happened. And mind you, the Kingsguard did this immediately after the trap was sprung. Since Lefay was about to begin her search when this happened, Beatrice couldn't have gone missing until that time.
And once again, you're predicating that on Asta's testimony.
Not just him, Eris. Several members of the Kingsguard witnessed this.
True. And that is why I'll respond with this. An activated force cage did not trap Asta de Wivengard during or after 1:50 p.m. So says the word of Asmodeus.
But how? That testimony came from multiple people. Are you saying that the trap was sprung earlier than that?
Don't you remember, Tyrion? I can manipulate the memories of people who have a blood contract with me. But I'll give you a little clue. The Empress of Discord made contracts with multiple knights of the King's God. So says the word of Asmodeus.
Hold the
What?
fucking phone. We have proof against that.
I tampered with their memories. You can't trust their accounts of what happened.
How many people did you
There
make
is-
contracts with?
Little Lady
Yep.
Steelwind has been investigating my work for the past few months. But I've had my talents in Weavengard for far longer than that. I've been preparing for this for quite some time.
But even the Kingsguard.
No one is safe from temptation. Everyone has a price. Your little girlfriend should know that better than anyone.
Still, there has to be something. I still have more evidence.
Oh, really? Whose testimony will we be relying on this time?
My own life.
The king.
You can present all the evidence you want. And most of what you have is based on eyewitness accounts.
Even so, you can't possibly have made a contract with everyone there.
Let's check that again, shall we? It's possible that I have a blood contract with everyone present during the massacre.
Nope.
So says the
Nope.
word of Asmodeus.
Are you kidding me?
But you only said it's possible. You never said that it actually happened.
You're the one disputing my contract, Tyrion. The burden of proof is on you.
That's completely ridiculous. How could I possibly verify a statement like that?
You
Tyrion, come
can.
on.
Right there.
It's simple. Issue a divine edict to each person who is at the cathedral.
I've already done it with one, actually.
You know he can't do that. If he gets it wrong even once, he'll die.
It's more like your problem than mine.
Oh, damn it.
And nothing to say, Tyrion? Isn't this the part where you present some groundbreaking piece of evidence?
As long as statement stands, you still have to doubt every piece of testimony you've gathered. Everyone at the cathedral could have been compromised, except... Aster, I know he doesn't have a blood contract with you.
I suppose you're right. So are you going to use his testimony? He couldn't observe much from within that force cage. Do you understand now? You were never meant to win this game.
Wait,
But I've got to give you points for entertaining me this long.
but then you just lied. You said that he wasn't. Hello?
This is the most fun I've ever had. And I truly mean that.
Tyrion.
Come on, there has to be something you can use. All the clues you've gathered could potentially be the lies created by her. They're useless against her.
Tyrion, you have to say something.
You can feel your strength fading. Feels as if you're being pulled into an eternal sleep.
This has always been a contest of willpower. And I think he's finally run out.
No.
You recall what happened during Beatrice's trial? Your mother gave you the knowledge you needed to win. She did it before. Can she save you again? Mom, please. I need your help. Please just tell me what to do. You hear nothing back. Oh, it appears you're truly alone now. You knew this was a long shot, but you still held out hope. You just wanted to protect Celeste. You really thought you could do this. But Eris is a being who wraps herself in layers upon layers of lies. She has the power to make you doubt everything. The witness testimonies, even your hard evidence, could be a fabrication. Would you possibly argue against someone like that? It's not fair. It's not fair, Miss Tamora. Not even bothering to investigate the crime properly.
Well, of course they're not. If they did, they'd be forced to admit that my client is innocent.
Why are you so calm right now? Is this what it's always like? Are you supposed to win like this? They can't just keep changing the narrative however they want.
They can. And that's exactly how I'll beat them.
What?
Look, Cuthbert, almost every part of the system is against us. But there's one advantage we have over the prosecution, and that's pure and objective logic.
Logic?
Yes, you see, by putting two pieces of information together... I'm gonna stop joking now. Tyrion, the prosecutor does all sorts of things to validate their case. They present evidence, they call witnesses, and they use those things to create conclusions. They create a box and throw a bunch of facts into it. They tell the court that everything within that box is the truth. And conversely, that makes everything outside of it a lie.
But how does that help us?
You point out contradictions in their case. That makes them throw more and more facts into that box to keep their case consistent. But if even one fact in the box is false, the entire thing falls apart.
But surely they'll realize what you're doing. If they play dumb and refuse to add anything to this box.
Well, you can force them to.
What?
You can present your own truths. You force the prosecution to either accept or deny them. By doing that, you can control what goes into the box.
This all sounds so complicated. I don't know if I'll ever get the hang of it.
Don't worry, you've always been a sharp kid. I know you'll do great things. So don't give up.
Not the mom we were calling to, but it's the one that answered. I can present my own truths? Eris's case hinges on when Beatrice disappeared. And she changed Celeste's memories to make her think everything happened earlier. Which can only mean... Beatrice Frege did not go missing before 2 p.m.
What was that?
I said...
This is far from over.
Whoa! So says the word of Horus.
What the hell?
Time to get toony with this bullshit! You feel yourself filled with the radiant power of the Eye of Horus. With its power fully unleashed, you feel the divine energy of the upper planes coursing through you.
Tyrion, you have wings.
Wait, really? You frantically turn around, only catching glimpses of the spectral wings on your back. You
So
spin around
Tyrion
for a good
absolutely
while until you
has
realize that
more.
your feet aren't even touching the ground anymore.
You. What did you just do?
I became a celestial. Which means...
No.
I also can't tell lies. In any other situation,
No.
that would be a handicap. But here,
No.
that finally puts me on an equal footing with you.
Why? Won't you just die already?
You tried everything you could to break me. You drove a wedge between me and Ruby. You even manipulated Celeste into betraying me. But I'm still standing, Eris. I think you might be a little out of your depth right now.
I have lived 1,000,000 of your pathetic lifetimes, and you think I'm out of my depth? I am the Empress of Discord, ruler of the Sixth Circle of Hell. I'm a god.
She doesn't know, Tyrion.
What the hell are you laughing about?
Whoever you are, man, king, or god, I won't let anyone stop me from reaching the truth. If you're laughing, it's not coming through.
Elena, I vaguely hear you, but you need to turn off noise suppression.
Discord cannot hear you.
It is eating you.
Discord is eating it.
That makes it even better, okay? Since you've so graciously bared your soul to me, I guess I should do the same. I wanted to break your spirit in this form, also I could keep things fair and interesting. But you know what? Right now, I just want to see you die.
Oh boy. What? What happened? Celeste?
I'm here!
I can't wait to tear you both apart.
Oh.
Whoa.
What?
What is that thing?
You two honestly think my true form was that of a teenage girl? No, I am an ancient one. I am older than time itself. It feels liberating to break free from that weak mortal shell.
So, this is what you really look like. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you are, I'm taking Celeste's souls back.
Kick her ass, Tyrion.
I'm going to carve out your souls and mount them in the fields of Malbolgia.
Face
Challenge.
challenge. You'll need to be careful. You're bound by the same rules as her now. You can't tell lies in this form, even accidentally. Why don't we pick up where we left off? I've established that Beatrice didn't go missing until 2. I wonder, why would you go to so much trouble to make me doubt that? When she gave her testimony, Celeste said that Iris and Beatrice entered the prayer room at 1:40. But from the axiom you declared, you know Beatrice didn't disappear until 2. Eris clearly changed Celeste's memories, but for what purpose? We gotta be really confident of this one. Eris needed Celeste to believe the blood contract was a real document, maybe?
The events occurred earlier.
Yeah. I believe you needed Celeste to think the events happened much earlier. Staying quiet. That won't work this time. Celeste McCoy remembered the attack occurring much earlier than it actually did. So says the word of Horus. Nothing to say. You can't stay quiet forever.
I didn't need her to think that specifically. I simply wanted to confound your ability to deduce what actually happened. And is that not what happened?
That may be, but I think you had a specific reason to move her timeline back. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. So says the word of Horus.
Okay, so if she remembers they met at 2, why would they...
I think it's the fact that she was fighting, right? It's gotta be this, right? Can't think of anything else off the top of my head, right?
I mean...
An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories.
No, that's what they were changed to.
What? No, this isn't. Wait, is it? Hang on.
I mean, this would have been post...
Yeah, that's right.
Contract.
Is it just the fact that she signed this?
No, there's one wording there that's very interesting.
What, appears?
The apparent death.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get to that. I'm sure we'll get to that. I'm surprised we haven't gotten to this yet as well. Like, what the fuck? We know what happened here, but, like, it still hasn't come up. Which is very interesting.
It's just a ha-ha funny that happened to him.
No. No. I don't... Is it this?
No.
I don't think so, right? No. I feel like it has to be the fighting. The only thing I can immediately think of. Like, going through everything else, it doesn't seem to really be anything else.
Strange Celeste. No.
Like, this wouldn't be it. Obviously. That's after.
Also, can I just say I love how he kind of called something like this would happen the moment we saw Eris fucking with the text.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, we are going to have a trial where she could just make whatever she wanted.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna try this. No, okay. I just wanted you to believe that Celeste signed the contract with her at 1-4. Okay, yeah. She needed you to believe that to keep the narrative logically consistent. But you now know that Eris used Beatrice to attack the prayer room no later than 2. What followed shortly after that seems strange if the events happened much later. Oh, the fact that she left it. Yeah, okay. It is this. No? Hello?
Place your bets. Is he gonna die?
Fucking. What's the priest's?
I don't think he has a time on it. Yeah.
An Aster's?
Is it one of the deaths?
They were all after 2.
Died at 2:05.
Wait, when did Pierce die?
2:45, I think it's.
Yeah, he was the last one.
Okay.
Maybe it is Lord Von Sanctus's death. It might be Lord Von Sanctus's death. Because 5 minutes does not seem like enough time to, like, do the whole fucking thing that she did. I would have thought it was this, but maybe it is just...
The only other thing...
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
It was the death of Lloyd Von Sanctus. You needed Celeste to think that she signed the contract much earlier than 2 p.m. That's because Lloyd Von Sanctus's death occurred at 2:05. Which would imply that you killed me, convinced Celeste to sign a contract, and made Celeste trick Arya into signing another contract, all in the span of 5 minutes. If that's true, could it be possible that Celeste isn't the patron?
What?
It's the only logical conclusion. The timeline is far too short. Even if you remember being tricked by her, we can't trust your memories. Isn't that right, Eris?
Desperation is almost pitiful. I should respond so that there's no room for doubt. Celeste McCoy was the person who gave Arya Steelwind that blood contract. So says the word of Asmodeus.
I knew it.
Is something wrong? I know the truth is hard to accept sometimes, but Celeste did betray Arya's trust.
She always speaks in technicality, so you can't take that claim at face value. This could also be a trick. You could declare outright that Celeste is not the patron, but if you're wrong about that, you'll most definitely lie. You need to be certain before you decide to declare it. Okay, let's assume that Celeste isn't the patron. If Celeste isn't the patron, that contract would have already been signed. And you already concluded that the blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. You recall something happening, but it's still muddled. What was it? Beatrice killed me. No?
No. Why would Celeste hand Arya a blood contract? Eris tricked... Oh, wait. What's the options on the second one?
Tricked, dropped, killed, and hid.
Eris hid the contract.
Oh, yeah. Using a spell, yeah. Or someone did. Why would Celeste hand Arya a blood contract? Yeah, Eris hid the contract using a spell. That seems correct, yeah?
Has correct.
You recall something that
Eris
happened in
doesn't
front
have
of
to
the
use
prayer
spells.
room.
She wouldn't
In
use a
front of
spell.
the
She
prayer
doesn't
room.
need to use spells.
It was brief, so you can't remember exactly what it was. There was a short exchange between Celeste and Arya. What?
Oh, at least it's not hurting you.
Celeste dropped.
Oh, the evidence! The
Arya
evidence!
dropped the contract.
Is it that? That's right. She awkwardly skitters away. You see something fall out of her pocket.
Oh, Arya, you dropped your runestone.
Celeste picks up the runestone. She accidentally activates it.
Yes.
An image of a piece of evidence appears for a brief moment, but Arya quickly hides it. But not before
Forgot about
Celeste sneaks
this.
a peek at it.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Celeste, don't just invade her privacy like that.
Don't be like that. I'm really
It was
happy
a-
for you.
Oh my god! It was the marriage papers! She signed the fucking marriage papers!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! She definitely handed that contract to her after it was signed. That doesn't necessarily mean she's not the patron either.
Is something wrong? You look conflicted.
No, from the very beginning she's trying to get in your head. She thrives on doubt and mistrust, but you've always known from the beginning. Celeste would never betray Arya like that. Celeste McCoy is not the patron described in Arya Steelwind's blood contract. So says the word of Horus. The blood contract seems strange. Unlike Beatrice's contract, it's only one page. So all this
The
is
new information's down at the bottom.
Celeste McCoy saw Arya drop this contract before she entered the prayer room with Tyrion. Due to the Empress of Discord changing her memory, she can't remember what was written on this contract. I mean, it's the marriage contract. We know that. It's that.
Even now, you trust her that much?
Oh, wait, but that means...
You didn't betray Arya, Celeste. She only manipulated your memories after the fact. She wanted to make you think that you did.
So, it's not my fault?
It isn't. But that has far more unsettling implication. Someone else is the patron, but who? No, that's not important right now. You need to focus on saving Celeste for now. Celeste wasn't the one who secured Arya's compliance and cooperation. Doesn't that make your contract flawed?
Please. I thought you were an attorney. The contract states that Celeste would engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Steelwind.
Also, hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the hydrate. You're in the middle of the ending of this game.
I'm the one who needs to hydrate here, thank you! No further actions were necessary. She was already under my influence by then.
But that means none of this is her fault.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Neither Arya Steelwind nor Beatrice Frege was directly responsible for the death of Garrett Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus.
Right, there's still the death of Pierce.
It doesn't matter who's responsible for the massacre as a whole. All that matters is the validity of my contract.
You act like you're in control of this situation. But you've been nervous ever since I began disputing your contract. You're hiding something, aren't you?
Who can say for sure?
The second paragraph is vague, but what about the first and third paragraphs? Something is off here. Wait. Is it possible that I didn't die?
You're still in denial! I thought you
Here
were
we
ready
go.
to die to save your beloved Celeste.
Answer the question, Eris. We can't trust Celeste's memories. The memory where she confirmed my death could all be fabrication.
If you're still holding on to the hope that you'll survive this, let me state it plainly for you. Celeste McCoy, in fact, did observe that Tyrion Cuthbert was dead. I did not alter that memory. So says the word of Asmodeus.
I'm sorry, Tyrion.
How did you revive me, Eris? Do you even have the power to resurrect people from the dead?
Who do you think you're talking to? Of course I do! But if you doubt me, why don't you declare that Tyrion Cuthbert never died?
Knowing her, she could be baiting you into telling a lie. But it's equally likely that she's bluffing.
If you still doubt that I resurrected you, I'll state this. Beings of my power are able to resurrect people from the dead. So says the word of Asmodeus.
I think we just agree, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Oh, could also be interpret. I think either of
feel
those.
like interpret.
Why would you need to specify that beings of your power can do that? Is it possible it's not as simple or as easy a feat to accomplish? For example, would Maranath be able to resurrect a person from the dead using a contract? Let me save you some trouble. I'll say it for you. The Empress of Discord can't resurrect people easily. So says the word of Horus.
And that's not the same as saying it was impossible for me to do it.
But it would require a large amount of effort on your part.
Perhaps. But recall my previous declaration. Celeste was there. And by all accounts, she concluded you were dead.
How thoroughly did you check me?
I have experienced first aid, and it was pretty bad. You weren't breathing, and your heart was stopped.
He tried to resuscitate you for several minutes, but to no avail.
Right, there's no way your body could survive that long without oxygen and blood flow. And Eris just confirmed that Celeste spent several minutes trying to resuscitate you. There has to be more to this than you're seeing.
Feign death.
You may have been able to resurrect me, but you had a far easier way to create that scenario. And luckily for you, Beatrice was there and under your control.
Are you saying that Beatrice can resurrect people from the dead?
No, the opposite is actually true. Beatrice Frege cast Feign Death on Tyrion Cuthbert. So says the word of Horus.
What?
I'm sorry, Celeste. But I was never dead. She just used a spell to trick you.
No! So everything I did...
It was for nothing!
But that means you never resurrected him! He was never dead in the first place!
Mm-hmm.
The contract only said that he was apparently dead. All I did was revive him. By making Beatrice release her spell, which allowed him to wake up.
Well, that eliminates the first paragraph as a possible weak point. That only leaves the death of Garrick Pierce at Celeste's hand. Something happened with Pierce, didn't it? What are you hiding?
Whatever could you be talking about?
Your contract says that Celeste must bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. Since you wrote the contract, that must have been your intent from the beginning. So why are you so nervous? Something went wrong, didn't it? If you want to stay quiet, I'll just... All this could be an elaborate trick to bait you into making a false statement. You need to be careful. You need to find out exactly what went wrong. Is it possible that Celeste didn't kill Garrick Pierce?
Are you serious? He's the man who killed her adoptive father, and he was slated to be executed next month. He didn't have a rational reason not to trade his life for yours.
Yeah, and as bad as it sounds, that wouldn't be a hard choice for me. There isn't a single reason why I wouldn't take a deal like that.
She may have wanted to, but something else might have happened. Perhaps Beatrice or Arya misinterpreted one of your commands and killed him against your wishes.
You're making this so tedious. Neither the Empress of Discord, Arya Steelwind, nor Beatrice Frege killed Garrick Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus.
Well, what if you forced Celeste to kill him? She signed that contract already, so you had control of her. The contract states that she needed to kill Pierce of her own volition and agency.
You honestly think I would make a foolish mistake like that?
Why?
Celeste McCoy had complete control of her actions when Pierce died. So says the word of Asmodeus.
What if someone else killed Garrick Pierce on accident? Maybe a member of the Kingsguard who survived and entered the prayer room?
Tell me again, Tyrion. Garrick Pierce's death was not an accident. It was intentional and committed with malice. And while I'm at it, the Empress of Discord, Celeste McCoy, Tyrion Cuthbert, and Beatrice Frege and Arya Steelwind were the only people in the prayer room with Garrick Pierce when he died. So says the word of Asmodeus. Thank you, sir.
I have the wildest fucking theory right now.
I have
Oh, so do I.
similar theory. What's your theory, Kurt?
So, oh my gosh, no, I have the best theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
know
very
how,
curious.
You know how the blade was ice?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick Pierce killed himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah,
We're all on the same page.
There seems to be a case of Sudoku going on in here.
Also, I am just reading that statement. I'm just imagining Garrick Pierce looking at all of this and just going, I am in danger.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
No.
You understand now? I can't refute any possible explanation you could have for Pierce's death. But the truth is, Tyrion, Garrick Pierce's death occurred because of Celeste McCoy's actions. So says the word of Asmodeus.
No.
Have you given up? Have I finally extinguished the light of hope within you?
I can't believe it. I can't believe you fell for that!
What?
You've never thrown consecutive declarations at me like that before. It's because I'm getting close, isn't it? You can freely manipulate Celeste's memories of what happened. And I don't have any evidence that implies what actually transpired in the prayer room. The only person who could tell me that was you.
What?
You thought you could overwhelm me by shooting down all my theories, but all you did was tell me the exact state of the room when Garrick Pierce died. And now I can figure out what actually happened.
Wait.
Killed Garrick Pierce.
Oh,
Garrick
gee, it's a mystery.
Where is he?
Top.
I'm blind.
There.
Iris Ilmater, Empress of Discord.
No! Stop this!
I'm not sure what would possibly drive him to do something like that, but when he was in the prayer room, Garrick Pierce chose to take his own life.
What?
You know what that means, don't you? But for the sake of it, I'll state it in a way that makes it abundantly clear.
Stop this! Stop this right now!
Celeste McCoy did not bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. So says the word of Horus. The conditions of your contract were impossible for Celeste to fulfill. That renders it logically invalid. That's checkmate, Eris. Noise suppression. It's eating you.
Elena, turn off your freaking noise suppression. Oh my word.
Sushi.
All Eris has to say, sushi.
Bold of you to assume I even spoke.
Did you not?
I didn't. I just
Oh.
went to my soundboard and looked for that emote.
Oh.
Well, anyway. Speak.
You filthy little!
Bye-bye. Contract nullified.
You're back! Does this mean you...
I successfully nullified Celeste's blood contract. You look into the satchel and check the place where you've been keeping her contract. You only find a pile of ash. It appears that it's completely disintegrated.
But you're still alive! No!
No!
At first you think she's glaring at you, but then you realize...
Me?
I could have accepted losing to a Heavensborn, but you!
What are you talking about? Tyrion's the one that beat you. Wait. Wait, I remember what really happened now! Tyrion, please wake up! You can't die!
It appears that he's quite dead.
You
should be more careful, Celeste. You might hurt someone if you swing that dangerous thing around.
I was right about you all along. I should have never trusted you.
I like your enthusiasm. But there's still something you can do to save him.
What is this?
Do you feel that pit of dread in your chest? It's the same fear my dad felt after you stabbed him.
With his life, you'll have your beloved Tyrion back. What are you waiting for? End him, Celeste.
I can't.
What?
What are you talking about?
Tyrion, he wouldn't want this.
He never has to know, Celeste. I could protect you from his Eye of Horus.
That doesn't matter. I can't do it. It's just...
This man literally killed your adoptive father. Not to mention, he's a dead man walking. You've lived a lifetime of killing people. What's one more person?
I
I summon your self-righteous pity, bastard.
don't misunderstand me. Right now, I wanted nothing more than to end your worthless life. But Tyrion's ideals are what saved me. That part of him is so wonderful and so beautiful. I could never betray those ideals. Not even if it's to save him.
You're actually serious, aren't you? You'd seriously sacrifice him to honor his idiotic ideals?
I won't do it. I'm not going to sign that contract.
Contract.
Hmm.
Ah, I see now.
What?
So you're his little consort, aren't you? Figakwa.
Damn it!
Wait, get out of the way, you idiot!
Drop your weapon, Pierce. Don't be stupid.
The only
The only stupid one here is you, bastard! You should have known from the beginning. No matter what you chose, they were never going to let me live.
They?
But if I'm fated to die, then it's going to be on my own terms.
Wait, stop!
I'll see you all in hell.
Except Tyrion.
Damn it! Goodness!
Are you trying to heal him?
It's too late. He aimed straight for his heart.
No. Come on, you waste of human flesh! Wake up! I need you alive! What the hell did you just do?
Pierce is dead, and I signed your stupid contract. Now bring Tyrion back!
No! No, 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 no!
Pierce was dead anyway, so I thought I could catch her on a technicality. But I never realized what I actually did.
You rendered my blood contract faulty! You ruined everything! And where do you get off acting like you're any better than them?
What?
Ideals, righteousness, don't give me that bullshit! I could have accepted losing to a Heavensborn, but you're human! You're a goddamned killer! All of you are rotten to your disgusting cause! You would all tear out each other's throats if I gave you the smallest reason to! Tyrion is the only person here with a trace of this celestial self-righteous morality!
If that's what you think of them, you really don't know anything about humanity.
Pause.
Celeste is... Oh, yep. Oh. What?
I need a drink after every
Oh.
single line I say. Give me time.
Well, it's my line, so you shush. Celeste is far more than what you're saying. She's far more caring and empathetic than I am. I could never even come close. And it has nothing to do with whether I'm a Heavensborn or if she's a human. But I think I understand you a little more, Eris.
That's so.
Let me ask you a question, Eris. Did you feel any amount of satisfaction when you killed my mother?
What?
Oh. So you figured that out, didn't you?
When you went on that little tirade about how much you enjoyed killing Heavensborn, I had some suspicions.
And how does it feel, Tyrion? The person who killed your mother, the person who ruined your entire life, is standing right in front of you. What do you have to say?
Thank you.
Nothing to say? Say something, damn it!
I think all I feel for you right now is pity.
Oh, that's rich. You pity me. Your existence is an infinitesimal amount in my eternal existence.
And yet you put all of this effort into making me suffer. Well, was it everything you imagined it would be? Did it satisfy you at all? Bet you didn't feel anything when you killed my mother. It was just another drop of evil in your empty soul.
I was excited. It was far too simple. I didn't truly make her suffer. That's why I didn't.
Oh, is that right? Well, what if you did succeed in throwing me into despair? Would you have felt any sort of satisfaction?
Of course I.
Demons can't tell lies, Eris. You can't lie to us, and you can't lie to yourself.
No. That I can't.
And that's why I pity you. You were fated to be evil from the moment of your creation, weren't you? That's why you hate humanity so much. You envy us.
What did you just say?
You're envious of humanity. You don't grow, you don't change. You can't become a better version of yourself. You're right, your existence probably will be eternal. You'll be eternally evil. And you'll be eternally unsatisfied and eternally pitiful. That's why you envy us. Because you'll never be free from that fate.
That is completely.
You can't say it, can you? You can't refute my claim because it would be a lie.
No. You know what? Maybe you are right. Maybe I'll never be satisfied. Maybe I won't feel any satisfaction from killing you. But I'm still going to try.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, dragon friend, can you, oh. Oh, you did.
No.
Ah,
That was his fire breath.
to think you would threaten violence in my presence.
Amazing.
Arrogant witch.
Fuck you too! I am a god!
And I am a motherfucking dragon who doesn't give a shit.
That was great.
Well, I suppose that solves that business. Although,
She'll definitely be back one day. And when she does, I'll be ready.
For now, let's be satisfied that we finally discovered what happened.
Oh, right, about that.
are you serious? After all that, we still don't know who the patron is.
At this point, I'm just glad Mr. Koi wasn't the true mastermind behind this.
Speaking of which, now that I've nullified our contract, Celeste should finally have her true memory back.
I do remember what happened, but it's still really fuzzy. I've really been trying to remember what was on Arya's contract when I caught a glimpse of it. But I think that's the memory Eris manipulated the most.
It's possible that she'll need some time to fully recover from the Empress's demonic influence.
But we don't have that kind of time. The damned demon led us around for the entire morning. Not to mention, we've lost nearly an hour due to Cuthbert disputing that contract. It's just past noon.
Right, we have less than 3 hours before every magical trace at the crime scene disappears. Could you try testifying? Maybe reviewing everything will help jog your memory.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Miss McCoy, could you try to remember what happened during your business with the Empress of Discord?
Oh,
I'll
shit.
try my best.
We're still going.
I think I just realized.
I think I remember now. We went to meet with Pierce at 1:50 p.m. and we heard that commotion outside at 2:20 p.m. I saw Arya attacking the guards there, and I fought her about 15 minutes before she broke past me. When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Eris. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. I checked Tyrion's body and thought he was dead, but I realize now that Beatrice just cast feign death on him. Anyways, Eris offered her deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. A few minutes after Pierce died, after the Inquisition and Kingsguard showed up to arrest Arya.
Wait, was Aster there?
I don't know.
That is a
Wouldn't
question.
Aster been in the cage that time?
Yeah, the
It's
Force
been
cage lasts an hour.
It's been so fucking long, but I do not remember if Aster was there. He might have
I
been?
think it took them an hour to get him out.
Yeah,
I
the
don't think he
Force
was there.
cage could not be dispelled and lasted the full hour.
Yeah,
starting
but
at 2.
the Kingsguard and everyone came at like 3:05 or something. So like that does technically line up, but I can't remember. God, it's been like weeks.
Aside from your conversation with Ilmater, that seems to match up with what we already knew.
Min, you there?
It appears we'll simply need to wait for Celeste's memories to return.
He's clearly not okay with leaving his daughter vulnerable until then. Even if there's nothing apparently significant, I'd still like to cross-examine her.
Go ahead, then.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab me some lemonade.
Did you get me some?
Sure. Where do you live? No, I'm kidding.
1234 Elmer Lane.
We now know for certain that the meeting was at 2.
Yeah, she only changed my memories so she could trick all of us.
Considering that my memories were intact, she must not have had the power to change them.
Yes, she never actually used her demonic powers to revive you. She merely had Beatrice release the feign death spell that she originally cast.
I still can't believe I fell for that.
Anyway, who did you see attacking the guards? Was it Arya or Beatrice? Originally, you said that you fought her for a lot longer.
Yeah, I had to account for the time I spent talking to Eris.
I had a feeling something was off about that.
I knew Tyrion would be really meticulous about the timeline of the murder. So I had to make my testimony match up with the time of Pierce's death. I'm really sorry.
We'll talk about this later. So we weren't wrong about Beatrice sneaking past you during your fight.
Yeah, now that I look back on it, it was probably a distraction so Beatrice could sneak past me.
What is it, Cuthbert?
If the patron was working together with Eris, why would Eris use Beatrice to knock out Arya?
I never thought of that.
Frankly, I'd find it hard to believe that the patron willingly went along with the Empress's convoluted plan. They clearly needed Pierce to die, and relying on McCoy to do it seems foolhardy.
Right. Is it possible that Eris went off script then? She definitely doesn't seem like the type of demon to take orders from a human. Whoever Pierce sent the original thing regarding Celeste's patronage to was the patron, I think. That seems to be what's going on here.
I just had a wild theory.
Well, anyways, what happened after you saw me unconscious?
I just had a wild fucking theory.
Say the line.
I can't believe you fell for such an obvious deception.
I know. I was just so scared. I thought Tyrion was dead. I wasn't thinking clearly.
Well, I'm glad you care about me that much. But what you did almost destroyed Arya's future.
Perhaps it's best to stick to the facts for now.
I wasn't lying.
If I was, I'd be dead. To think one blood contract could have such an effect on the investigation.
I should have known she was up to something, but I was too desperate to realize it.
You are put in a difficult situation. Take solace in the fact that you stuck to your ideas despite that.
Make your wish, Celeste.
The Scaled Lord is being surprisingly sympathetic towards her.
This must have been after they went to investigate the fire in the common room.
I'm surprised Aster went to the prayer room as well. I'd have thought the Kingsguard would have kept him at a secure location.
Those were my orders. But His Majesty demanded that they secure the cathedral for the safety of everyone there.
He's always been an altruist.
Testimony doesn't appear to add any new information, but between multiple murders and Eris changing people's memories, there might be something you missed. Remember each piece of evidence you have and the time of each event that day. There might be something you can use.
Double check the timeline for the horse cage.
A few minutes after Pierce died. Pierce died.
2:45.
Yeah, no, that's not a few minutes. We can try it. Yeah. Wait, what?
What is it, Cuthbert?
Oh shit, was somebody using illusion magic to make themselves look like Aster? Oh shit. Celeste, are you sure Aster showed up only a few minutes after Pierce died?
Yeah, I remember that part pretty well. Earth seemed really worried about being seen by them.
Have you figured something out, Mr. Cuthbert?
It's just that...
May I remind you that we are extremely pressed for time. Stop wasting our time and just say what you want to say.
Celeste, Garrick Pierce died at 2:45 p.m. and Aster showed up in the prayer room only a few minutes after.
Yeah, where are you? Wait!
That raises a big question. How did Aster enter the prayer room around 2:45 when he should have been trapped in a force cage until 3 p.m.?
Wait, you're not serious, are you?
McCoy's memories are clearly unreliable. My men all reported that His Majesty led them to the prayer room after he exited the force cage.
No,
I know.
No, I like him though. Oh no. All right. Normally,
My theory's looking true.
that would be more concrete when compared to Celeste's testimony, but we can't trust their testimony.
What are you talking about?
While I was disputing Celeste's contract, Eris declared that she made contracts with multiple members of the Kingsguard.
What?
They were working together with her. And if these contracts were structured similarly to Celeste's, she must have had the ability to manipulate their memories. This means they could have intentionally or unintentionally lied during questioning.
I have to think. Even the Kingsguard have been compromised. How could I have let this happen?
And even if we assume that he somehow escaped an inescapable force cage, how did Aster know to head to the prayer room?
I understand your point, but do you understand what you're implying?
I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm just stating the facts that we know. We know that a human, whether willingly or otherwise, worked with the Empress of Discord to orchestrate this massacre. He was deeply trusted by Arya Steelwind. So much so that she didn't even think twice about signing a contract that he gave her. There's only one person who meets those criteria. Aster de Wyvengard, the reigning king of our kingdom.
Order! I will have order! Mr. Cuthbert, do you understand the weight of this accusation? To claim that the king collaborated with the demon in any capacity is no small thing.
I do, but I'm hoping this is all a misunderstanding. After all, Eris's goal seemed to be nothing beyond sowing as much discord as possible. She made us believe that Celeste and Arya were both murderers. I want to save Arya, but I also want to believe in the people who have believed in me. If Aster has information that can save Arya, we have to find it.
Very well then. I suppose it's only right, then, with everything that has transpired, that the king should make his truth known.
I agree, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Kingsguard, please escort His Majesty to the stand.
Thank you for cooperating, Aster.
Of course, I understand your position, Mr. Cuthbert.
I am hoping that you can shed some light on how Arya came to be under the blood contract in the first place. It's possible Eris tricked you somehow and made you carry out the massacre. There has to be something we're not seeing despite what the evidence points to.
Evidence? You're referring to Celeste's testimony, am I correct? I'm sorry to say this, but are you sure we can trust it?
We can trust her now. She's no longer under the effects of a blood contract.
Which you claim no longer exists. But only you have the power to manifest them in the first place.
What are you getting at?
I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I suppose what I mean is, if everything just happened, how can we trust you?
What?
You disappeared for quite some time to who knows where. But the only person who was there with you was Celeste and a demon who can clearly alter people's memories. Isn't it a little convenient she was burnt to a crisp almost immediately after your return? By the person standing behind you.
Hey, I took great pride in that. Damn witch.
Multiple. Sorry, that broke me.
Do you not understand that I was literally saving Best Girl? And Best Girl!
She said it multiple times. That didn't actually kill her.
I...
But now you're singling me out as the patron, the one ultimately responsible for the murders of Von Sanctus and Sybil. If that demon made you into a puppet, wouldn't this be exactly what she wanted?
That's right. We know this Heavensborn can be trusted. All heard the stories, he's practically a dissident. For all we know, he could be an agent of the theocracy. You can feel the room turning against you. Even the Scaled Lord looks wary. Bitch, you're the one who fried her! What are you looking at me for?
I didn't mean to insult you after
I
everything
mean,
you've done.
I didn't hear you try to stop me.
All I can think of is the judge in that thing of like, after showing this evidence of the Declaration of Independence with this wad of chewing gum, you have proven Maya innocent.
Like that.
Oh, god damn it, Edgeworth.
But I suppose there's one way to confirm your theory.
And what's that?
Use your divine edict on me, just like you've done several times before. If I was truly in league with that demon, shouldn't I have a contract with her? It will appear, even if I was made to forget about it.
Wait,
Already
that's right.
tried that.
We already tried that before and it didn't work.
Which means that he definitely doesn't have a contract with her.
Why aren't you doing it?
I can't. I already tried and nothing appeared.
I see. Sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I know you care deeply for her. We all saw Solicitor's contract, and we heard her earlier confession. Not to mention, we have no way of knowing whether Celeste is truly free from Eris's influence. If Miss Steele wants to be saved, we must all accept what needs to be done. I don't like saying this, but I think it's time this trial came to its conclusion, don't you, Your Grace?
Damn it, he's even got the Scaled Lord on his side. Even if it's against you, he raised a lot of good points. But is he acting with malice, or is he just being careful?
Come on, think, Tyrion. We just proved my blood contract wasn't valid. But the one who made Arya commit those murders is still out there.
Maybe you've been thinking about this the wrong way. Eris found ways to trick people into signing blood contracts before, so she wouldn't necessarily need a blood contract to trick Aster into accidentally helping her. The question isn't whether Aster knowingly did this or not. The question is, there had to have been some sort of physical involvement on his part, and that might have left behind evidence that proves it. Aster... No, Arya was tricked into signing the blood contract. He needed to trick Arya into signing the contract somehow.
But you've seen how she is around him. That wouldn't have been very hard to do.
No, Arya may be extremely lovesick around him, but she's still an attorney. She would be very careful to read any contract she signed. We deduced earlier that her blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. And I remember something. When you caught a glimpse of it, you immediately started teasing her.
I'm really trying, but I just can't remember what I saw. If I was teasing her about it, it might have been related to her relationship with Aster.
What did Arya think she was signing?
I'm sorry. I know that doesn't really narrow it down.
No, that's exactly the clue I needed.
Really?
Eris cast an illegal object?
Signed a marriage license. Aster, there is one piece of physical evidence that proves you were involved in this.
Really?
The patron controlled Arya and committed each of the murders without having to do anything personally. But this was all contingent on tricking her into signing that contract in the first place. I recall that you went to a meeting with the High Speaker right before the massacre started. It was to discuss your marriage to Arya, wasn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
Aster, the blood contract that Arya signed needed to look like a normal legal document. But I just realized something while reading it. The language used would have made sense under a different context. In that contract, Arya gave you her mind, body, and soul. It would bind her to you so long as you both live.
Wait, are you saying?
No.
In other words, till death do you part.
I... Objection! That's a big leap in logic, even for you. Whoever tricked my daughter would have surely destroyed the evidence by now. The demon went out of a way to destroy our memories of her signing it. I doubt they would have left any copies of the marriage license to be found.
Indeed. I mean, such heavy accusations against the High Speaker or the King will require more than just speculation.
Somebody else want to take these?
As he has called the king to testify, and now he's trying to indict the High Speaker? He's a traitor to the nation!
I have more than just speculation, Your Grace. I have a copy of it.
But your divine edict only recreates the terms of the blood contract, not the material it was written on. The original document would have been visible on your copy.
That wasn't the copy I was talking about, Aster.
What?
Don't you wonder how I knew about that blood contract? Every attorney has a magical runestone. They let us take pictures of the crime scenes and write down notes magically.
Yes, I'm well aware of them.
Hey, Arya, can you bring yours over, please? Did you know that Arya took a picture of the marriage license she signed?
What?
She was so happy to finally have your union codified that she took a picture of your marriage license, even though it was technically illegal to do so.
Why would she?
The moment she regained consciousness, she thought she was a danger to others. She had no memories of what she did that day, but she knew something was wrong. That's why she locked herself in a cell with anti-magic field. She was being rightfully cautious. But had she simply left any of those anti-magic field and checked on her runestone, she would have found a picture of a marriage license with the exact same words as her blood contract. So I'll ask you this, Aster. Who gave that marriage license to her? Was it you or the High Speaker? If you don't want to answer, we can drag the truth out of both of you.
Don't bother.
No. So it really was you.
Tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, do you know what the best kind of lie is?
The kind that's hardest to disprove.
No, not quite. It's the kind where you won't even try. The best kind of lie is the one you want to believe in. The truth can be right in front of you, but it will make you look away. If I recall correctly, Koi made you experience that firsthand today.
Your Majesty, what are you?
I'm done with this farce. I'm sure if we brought the High Speaker to the stand, Cuthbert would just deduce what happened anyways.
Oh my god, he's got fucking righteous fury. He literally killed the pillars of the house, like the house pillars, so that he could restructure the fucking government. Oh, that's so good. No, I'm on board. Aster, you're fine. No, we can leave you in power. We're not gonna... It's fine. Oh, no.
Anyway, continue.
Oh, God.
Cuthbert would just deduce what happened anyways. It was always going to end this way, I suppose. Perhaps I was just lying to myself.
You... Your height... No. Aster, you whelp. You saying it was you? You used my daughter to commit mass murder.
I did, Lucio. What of it?
How could you?
Ooh.
And what right do you have to judge my actions, oh great scaled lord? I was only cleaning up the mess you created. And if it weren't for Eris's little games, I would have done it in a much cleaner manner.
Pardon me?
No. Think I'll be pardoning myself.
You can't be serious.
I am King of Wyvengard, am I not? Is that not my right?
You're insane.
Tell me, does this terrify you all? To know that I can do whatever I please with no one who can stop me?
Mm-hmm.
Is this not what you've all been doing to the rest of this country?
Do you seriously expect to get away with this?
I do.
I don't think he's
Who has
rightfully
power to
king yet.
stop me?
He's literally egging us into changing this. Oh my god, I love Aster!
The Scaled Lord.
Yes, exactly him. That's why he hosted this trial in the first place. His authority is above yours.
I didn't ask who could stop me, Tyrion. I asked who was going to.
What? Why aren't either of you saying anything?
Yes, rebellion. Have me arrested. Put my 7-year-old brother on the throne. I'm sure history will tell you exactly how a kingdom fares when a child sits on the throne. Or would you take the throne for yourself? You spent all those centuries huddled away in this ruined city. I'm certain you know exactly what problems this nation is facing and what it needs to right itself.
Rathalion.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I came here to do what was best for my people. I may not know the best course before me, but I know with painful certainty that it is not to seize control of this nation. I will not take that responsibility again. Nor will I thrust that responsibility onto those who would not have it.
Oh! I think we were all on the money with fucking Celeste being royalty as well. Oh! She's next to the throne, yeah. Yup.
Really surprising. From everything I've seen, negligence has been your one consistent trait. And what about you, Lucio? Are you going to depose me? The beloved prince, now king of Wyvengard? Or did you forget the people of this nation love me and hate you? I hear you're very skilled at arguing, Tyrion. But I doubt even you could make the public see that as anything other than a military coup. Can you imagine? Grand General Lucio deposing the new king of Wyvengard before the previous king's body is even interred. I wonder just how bloody of a civil war that would plunge this nation into. And even if Lucio doesn't have much difficulty crushing the commoners, I'm sure you can imagine just how tempting a weakened Wyvengard would look to the other nations.
Damn it! By killing Sybil and Von Sanctus, he left a power vacuum that only he could fill. Aster, you're holding the entire kingdom hostage.
I'm merely consolidating power where it belongs. In the hands of a kind and benevolent ruler who is finally going to fix this nation.
You murdered several people, consorted with demons, and enslaved your own fiancé.
I'm sure that to you, my actions may seem evil and unforgivable. But to those in the Wyvengard nobility, I doubt that I'm even the first to do such a thing. This is just politics.
Also, if the letter was to him, if oh my god, this was all Aster's fucking plan.
Mm-hmm.
Aster planned all of this when he sent us the fucking letter. That's so good! Oh, I love Aster!
Also, I hope you enjoy that I'm kind of mixing this with Dio a bit.
Mm.
Also, I see a little bit of Pegasus, but yeah.
Aster,
yeah, duh.
I am still not convinced he's doing, like, I'm still not convinced he's not just putting on a fucking act right now as a tyrant.
Absolutely.
God, I love this.
Politics.
This is how he gets his kingdom to change. It's so
and I think That makes checkmate, Cuthbert.
Hmm.
I can't believe it. I've always wanted to see that.
Oh, doing it.
Oh my god. So your mic is like busted. You might need to reset it or something.
I'm on my phone, bitch.
Oh, well that would be why.
Are you just going to let him get away? Lucia, she's your daughter. Are you just going to let him keep control over her?
Well, Lucio.
My daughter would not sacrifice the stability of Wyvengard for her freedom. You know that to be true.
That's... He killed so many people, and he enslaved Arya. He almost killed you, and he tried to kill me.
Wait a minute, that's right. Why did he try to kill you?
What do you mean?
If Astra's the patron, that means that Pierce originally sent that letter to him. There it is. King de Wyverngard just recently died. If Astra thought she was a threat, could that mean that Celeste has royal blood?
That wouldn't make much sense. Even if McCoy was of royal blood, Astra is the king's eldest child and he's of pure royal blood. McCoy would have no claim to the throne under these circumstances.
If you were his half-sister, you wouldn't have a claim to the throne. So why would he go to so much trouble to kill Pierce and you? It's not coming
No,
through.
that did not come through at all.
Maybe he just wanted to make sure.
But he wouldn't have had Eris kill Pierce personally if it wasn't important. He needed both you and Pierce to die during the massacre. Which means you two were just as important targets as Von Sanctus and Sybil.
Okay. But my potential claim to the throne would be the only reason why he'd be scared of me. If that wasn't a problem, why would he be so scared of Pierce's blackmail?
Would the line of succession be the only reason he'd be scared of Celeste's parentage? Recall what you remember about Wyverngard's laws regarding the royal throne. Wasn't there something someone mentioned about that? Was it packed with demons specifically? Recall a conversation you had with Harold Haraldson. Alright,
Yeah.
the Sword of Justice. The Sword of Spell Eating is said to have been forged from a pact between a demon and a mage.
Isn't making a pact with the demon just asking for trouble? They'd definitely betray you the first chance they got.
Well, legends say that the demons often drafted blood contracts for this reason.
Wait, do you mean like a legally binding contract?
The concept is similar, but once you sign a blood contract, both you and the demon are magically compelled to fulfill its terms. It's said that violating its terms will result in instant death for the offender, no matter who it is.
So I'm guessing there's some protection.
Well, as an attorney, I'm sure you understand that it's possible to exploit and use loopholes in any contract. And according to the legends, demons take great pride in their ability to deceive and corrupt people.
Master did make a deal with the Empress of Discord. They never actually made it official with a blood contract. They were probably using each other to accomplish their goals. That still doesn't explain why he needed to kill Celeste or Pierce. Recall what you remember about Wyverngard's laws.
The Scaled Lord?
You recall a conversation you had with Eris Ilmater.
Despite everything, our kingdom's constitution still includes the Scaled Lord in our government.
Wait, really?
As the savior of our kingdom, he and his kin are given an honorary position in our political hierarchy. The ancient dragon's authority technically rivals that of the king.
Wow, I had no idea. How have I never heard of this before?
To be honest, that law is just a way to revere him and appease the church.
Wait, the Scaled Lord and his kin can override the king's rule? Yep. Wait.
Oh.
Who is Celeste's father?
Oh. Oh.
Rathalion.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I had that as a passing theory a while ago. Oh, that's so good. A flood of memories
so
comes
funny.
back to you.
Celeste McCoy, by the authority of the Wyvern Guard Crown, you're under arrest.
Noticing the commotion, 3 other knights rush to grab her and begin dragging her away. She kicks and screams against them, desperately trying to break free. Even between the 3 knights, it's taking all of their strength to subdue her.
But I know more than one spell now. I actually just learned a few more spells today.
I'm sorry, spells? As in plural? How long did it take for you to learn these spells?
A few hours, I think.
Ah, so you come from the same humble beginnings that I do. Which spells have you mastered?
Huh. I haven't really mastered any of them. I know about 7 spells, though.
7? That's almost 4 times the amount I know.
She's learned even more spells? She's been picking them up rather quickly.
Make no mistake, even in my human form, I have always had the strength of an ancient dragon.
This can't be real.
Can I see
What?
Rathalion's human form real quick in
What?
the evidence?
What is it, Tyrion?
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Where is it? This one.
Okay. Yeah, it is very different, but gold hair with silver eyes.
I think the more important thing is the scale color of the dragon's color of the eyes.
Yeah.
What is it,
It's
Tyrion?
absolutely crazy, but it also makes a lot of sense. Her ridiculous strength, her natural talent for learning magic. She inherited all of it from him.
Are you okay? You got really pale all of a sudden.
Once you reveal this, there's no going back for her. Do you even have the right to do this to her? No, Arya's freedom rides on this. And as much as it pains you, this is the only way to save her and Wyvern Guard. I'm sorry, Celeste.
What? Why are you apologizing?
What I'm about to do could change your entire life, possibly in a way you don't want it to. It will place an unimaginable responsibility on your shoulders, but it's the only way to save Arya and stop him. So, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for doing this.
Do you think one little life-changing event could ever change how I feel about you?
Let's put that to the test, shall we?
Are you sure?
I owe you and Arya for what I did.
But this is...
We need to do this to save Arya, right? It's partially my fault she's in this situation. But if my life is really going to change because of this, just promise me something.
What is it?
Take responsibility for what you're about to do.
Of course. I was always going to do that regardless of what happened.
Does she know?
Good.
Are you two done flirting with each other?
Yes, this is what flirting looks like.
Stop wasting all of our time.
Aster, I know who Celeste's father is.
Wait, really?
What? I love that Bryn. No, you're bluffing. You have to be.
Why don't we test that theory then? You said that no one could contest your rule of Wyvern Guard aside from the Scaled Lord. But there's one more person, isn't there?
What are you talking about? Only the Scaled Lord has the political power to override the will of the king.
And his kin, Lucio.
Yes, I suppose that's...
Aster de Wyvern Guard, you needed Celeste to die during the massacre. It's because her existence would always pose a threat to your rule.
Tyrion?
People of the Wyvern Guard nobility, your current king was fearful of my bodyguard's parentage, and now we know why. Celeste McCoy is the daughter of the Scaled Lord Rathalion, ancient dragon, and creator of all arcane magic. Judging from your reaction, I'm right, aren't I?
I'm half dragon?
Well, I'm apparently part angel, so you're in good company.
So that demon was speaking the truth.
Aster de Wyverngard. As the Scaled Lord's kin, Celeste has the authority to pass judgment on you and override your rule. And when you're gone, she will take your place as the ruler of Wyverngard.
Miss McCoy, think about this. Can you even begin to grasp what it takes to lead a nation, much less this broken one? You'll find this crap no less binding than any blood contract.
Just tell me one thing, Asta. Why did you do this to Arya? She trusted you. She loved you. You could have changed Wyvern together with her. And you could have done it all without having to do any of this.
Is that what you really think? I suppose you would. You will probably also think Tyrion is the first person to try to change this nation, while still working within its laws.
There's nothing wrong with having ideals and working within the law.
My father was like that too. He was a man of ideals once, but I watched my whole life as he was forced to compromise on everything he believed in, one ideal after another. It was to keep the peace. We must maintain the stability between noble houses to uphold law and order. And do you know who paid the price every time? Not him, not me, not any of the nobles gathered here. No, the people who paid the price were the common folk. The kind of people you two are always trying to save. I would honestly thought you'd understand by now. Gulf exists between what is just and what is lawful in this kingdom. I've thought that you two, out of everyone, could have understood why I did this.
We know it's not fair, but we're capable of changing it, and you had the power to do just that.
I am changing it. You worked so hard to find the truth behind Von Sanctus and Sybil's murders, but there's a little bit of truth that's evident to everyone in this room except for you two. Half the people present here today are glad they're gone. The other half wants to be the ones to replace them. The blood that I shed in a single hour did more good for this kingdom than you two would have done in years.
I mean, he's not wrong, though. He's not wrong, though. So that's how you plan on fixing this country's problems? By working with demons and killing your way to a brighter future?
I have to, why not? Every day, across this nation, commoners are killed and oppressed at the hands of the very noble houses gathered here. They bleed this country dry and feed on its people like carrion. Mr. Nibbles, I am merely returning a much-needed sense of equality. Do you really think that any of you are in a position to judge me? All of you who came running at the news of my father's death. Also, you could be the first to fill my ears with your sycophantic praises. Do you know what the difference between the Empress of Discord and all of you is? The demon was just a bit more honest.
Arya wanted to change that. She would have helped you.
Arya's too stupid and too naive to do anything.
She loved you. How could you?
She loved her idea of me. She loved a weak
an ineffectual prince would have borne watching this kingdom rot with a damned smile.
She loved your kindness, Asta.
This is kindness. The blood I will spill will be the greatest kindness this kingdom has ever known. And once I am done, Wyvern will be better and stronger for it.
Asta?
McCoy, I don't care what you are. The Scaled Lord's daughter? The rightful heir? None of that matters to me. I will save my kingdom and its people, and I will carve the rot out of its heart, piece by bloody piece. Nothing will stand in my way. I am Asta de Wyvern, King of Wyvern, and consort to the Lord of the Sixth. I am nothing but a dead man. Volnus.
What?
Lucio, what have you done?
Blood contract, Cuthbert.
What?
My daughter's blood contract. Does it still exist?
You check your satchel, and sure enough, Arya's blood contract has completely disintegrated. Its conditions have been fulfilled, haven't they? Because they no longer both live.
Excellent.
But, Lucio, this is not what we discussed.
My daughter would never be free as long as that wretch lived. McCoy agreed to take his place. This was always how it was going to end.
Lucio, you can't seriously expect to...
Save your breath, Cuthbert. I already know. Kingsguard, what are you standing around for? Grand General's just committed regicide. Arrest him at once.
Love this bitch.
I love Lucio.
I suppose that's that then.
This doesn't really feel like something to celebrate.
I am compelled to agree. To think that His Majesty was so far gone that he consort with that demon.
Also, he could save the common folk. Regardless of his actions, he did have the same goals as you. He really wanted to make things better for the common folk. Even with the Eye of Horus, you never caught a hint of the pain he must have been feeling. He closely guarded his true emotions from everyone, including Arya. No wonder Eris was able to manipulate him.
Man, I'm not sorry for that dumb joke in the end.
I know you're not.
You, of all people, know exactly how easily she can exploit that kind of weakness.
Nevertheless, it's apparent that there's no need to continue this trial. Although it's clear our work is only just beginning. Court is adjourned for the time being. You are all free to return to your homes. However, I'm sure there's still much for each of us to discuss. Many things have changed here today, and I'm sure many of us will need to make arrangements to adapt. Until then, please refrain from discussing the events of today outside of these walls. That goes without saying, but we must keep today's events a secret from the public, at least for now.
That meme is hilarious.
You all exit the Scaled Lord's lair. Considering everything that's happened, this should feel like a victory. Arya was saved,
Elena.
Eris was vanquished, temporarily at least, and the patron no longer lives.
Hey,
Hi.
we won, didn't we? Why does this feel so...
Yeah, I feel the same way.
She was a terrible person. He killed people. He tried to kill us and used Arya like a puppet. But I really wish we could have...
Changed his mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are beyond saving. And I think he made up his mind a long time ago. He knew what he was doing to Arya, and I can't think of any way he would have truly any other way we could have truly freed her.
I know. I just hope she's...
Hello, I'm glad I found you before you left.
You freeze up when you look at her. More specifically, you're a little disturbed by what the Eye of Horus is showing you.
Oh, Arya! I'm so sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
What?
If it's about your testimony, I'm afraid I will need to charge you with perjury.
Right. Wait, seriously? Come on, I'm basically your boss now!
No one is above the law. That was made apparent when...
She suddenly stops talking before she mentions his name. She doesn't trail off. Her voice doesn't even break. She simply stops, as if it's as if she was a machine that was ceased functioning.
Arya?
Anyways, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You do have a talented defense counsel, after all.
Right. You really want to say something back, but you're too off-put to say anything.
Anyways, I wanted to thank you for the work you've done, Mr. Cuthbert. I truly mean it when I say you have my gratitude.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, I have much work to get done now that the Grand General is in custody. I'll be taking my leave.
Yeah.
What was that all about? Why didn't you say anything to her?
I didn't see anything through the eye.
She must be subconsciously guarding her emotions. I guess I don't really blame her.
No, Celeste, I didn't see anything.
What?
I looked at her with the eye. She wasn't holding anything back. And even with that, I saw nothing. There was no anger, no sadness, no fear, no joy. I've used the eye to see emotions of a countless amount of people, but I've never seen that before. It was like I was looking at a machine. But you're right, I should have said something. I'm gonna... As you're about to chase after her, Celeste stops you.
Do you mind if I talk to her?
What? Are you sure?
Yeah. We actually hang out a lot outside of trials. I think she might respond better to me.
You remember the comforting feeling of her hand in yours. Alright, I suppose I'll let you handle it. Once again, you remember the comforting feeling of her hand in yours. Just, keep it verbal.
What?
Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Just go.
Oh, thanks, weirdo.
I love these two.
It looks like you've gotten the acquittal of yet another client, but it didn't tie up quite so neatly as you'd hoped.
What do you mean she's gone? She was just here.
I'm sorry, Your Grace?
You may not know what the future has in store for the two of you, but perhaps that's okay. You have a feeling that as long as you have her... No. As long as you have everyone, you can begin forging your own path. A path that is completely chosen by you this time.
Damn it, Arya, where are you? Oh, hello?
My apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you.
No, it's fine.
Hi, Dad.
You're looking for Miss Tyrion, aren't you?
Yeah, how did you know?
She's been sitting outside my lair for a while. I tried speaking to her, but...
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to try talking to her.
Of course.
Rathalion,
Yes?
I'm not mad at you, you know.
What?
I'm not sure why you left me at the McCoy Tavern, but because of that, I got to be raised by my mom and dad. And if I didn't live there, I would have never met Tyrion or Arya. I could never be mad about you giving me a life like that. Plus, now I know that I'm a half dragon. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Miss McCoy.
Don't be so formal. I'm technically your daughter, aren't I?
Right, that's Celeste. So I've been meaning to ask about you and Mr. Cuthbert. Are you two?
Oh, wow, look how late it is. I'd better go talk to Arya right now. I'll see you later, scaled down. I mean, scaled, I'll just bye.
I love her.
She just called herself my daughter. I suppose I understand how you feel now, Lucio.
Love it. Love this bitch.
Hey, Arya?
Oh, Celeste, what are you doing here?
Just making sure you're okay. You are doing okay, right?
I am. There's no need to worry about me.
You're looking up at the sky. Are you looking at the stars?
Are you looking at the stars, little
I
chart?
was looking at the moon.
Oh my gosh.
It's full tonight.
Do you mind if I watch it with you?
Do what you want. I technically take orders for you now.
You know, it was also a full moon outside on the night my parents found me in their inn. That's why they named me Celeste. It's the word for heavenly bodies in the Draconic language.
Is that so?
Yeah. They told me they thought I was a gift from the Scaled Lord. In a roundabout way, they were actually kind of right. It's a little funny when you think about it. By the way, I never got to thank you for sticking up for me before.
What?
Remember? You jumped onto the stand when Tyrion manifested my blood contract. Not that I blame him, but I don't think even he believed in me at that point. If you'd never done that, who knows how this could have ended up. I really appreciated you doing that. You're a really good person, Arya.
I was merely doing what I thought was right.
Yeah, I guess that's what you've always done. You're not really going to charge me with perjury, are you?
Of course I am. I was serious about that.
Damn it!
But we do require your help to hold the structure of our kingdom together. We won't sentence you to prison, but I might have you do some community service.
Fine, I guess I can live with that.
My father
What?
told me I was being too lenient. But I can understand the position you were put in. We all do stupid things for love, after all.
Oh no!
Stupid.
Arya?
Oh. How could we be so stupid?
Hey, you're not...
I am. I'm a complete and utter fool. I knew about blood contracts after what happened to Beatrice. I'm an attorney, for Lord's sake. I've read countless legal documents. And when I signed that contract, I knew something was wrong. But I was just so stupidly happy.
That's not fair. No one could have expected him to do something like that.
Father, he was going to pay for my stupid mistakes.
I I'm sorry.
Why did I trust him so much? He used me like a puppet with my hands and my magic. He made me.
I'm sorry, Arya. What he did to you was horrible. And I don't know how to make it better. But you're not alone, okay? It's not just me. Tyrion, your father, we're all here for you. Well, not less so your father. So please don't shut off your emotions from us.
You? Celeste, I think I've made a decision.
What's that?
I'm going to drop the charges of perjury against you.
Wait, are we still on that?
I love these two.
Mr. Cuthbert, I've spoken with my associates in the press. The story we created should be printed as we speak.
I don't like this. We're lying to the people of Wyvern about what really happened. Not to mention, this story paints me like I'm some kind of god.
I understand your reservations, but Master was right about how the common folk felt about him. If we told the people what actually happened,
They would never believe it. They'd think that his death was a part of some sort of political conspiracy. And even with this cover story, we can't be certain that they still won't suspect that.
Arya!
Shouldn't you be resting?
Nonsense. I'm not gonna sit around feeling sorry for myself while everyone else fixes my mistakes.
She may be hiding her pain behind a smile, but she's not shutting down her emotions like before.
Best
Celeste able
artwork
to
of her,
get
by the
through
way.
to her?
As much as it pains me, we should strive to carry forth the virtue that Asta represented to the common folk. Wyvern will gain more from those false virtues than from the person he truly was. The stability of our nation must be maintained if we move forward, and if we must use the people's piety to do that, then so be it.
Arya?
And as the newly appointed head of House Steelwind, I will also do my part to support your rule.
As we're the Scaled Lord.
Celeste smiles in gratitude to their words, but she meekly glances at you expectantly. You even have to ask. I made a promise to you, didn't I? And it's not just us. I'll do my best to make sure that the rest of Wyvern Guard supports you too.
Oh, yeah, since you two patched things up, we could also ask for Ruby's help. Oh, right! That's you.
Right, I forgot I was supposed to meet with her this morning. Need to apologize to her about that.
Wait, have you still not told her about what happened yet?
We had more important things to worry about. I'm sure that she'll understand.
Tyrion, the last time you saw her, you manifested a blood contract without explaining anything. Then you vaguely said something about helping Arya.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything to her once things quiet down.
Tyrion, that story we fabricated is being printed right now. Everyone in Wyvern is going to read about it in the paper, including her.
Oh. Shit.
What's all this noise about?
What? Have you been living under a rock, lady? Read the morning paper. The Scaled Lord has returned.
What? Demonic attack claims lives of prominent figures.
Chaos broke out yesterday during the private wedding between Arya Steelwind and Crown Prince Aster de Wyverngard. In a surprise attack orchestrated by a malevolent demon, A devastating loss was inflicted upon our kingdom, shattering the very foundations of our power and stability. The carnage left in the wake of this abyssal assault was nothing short of catastrophic. Among the fallen were Lady Coraline Sybil, Lord Lloyd von Sanctus, and Lord Lucio Steelwind. Wait, what? Lucio fucking died? What? Hold up.
No, they're saying he died, but he's actually serving prison.
I mean, to be fair,
For regicide.
They're
the
telling
sentence
them,
is
they're telling
probably
them
going to
that
be
he
execution.
died.
Both King Olivier and Crown Prince Aster made a heroic attempt to repel the foul monster. And while the profane demon was felled and defeated, the king and the crown prince tragically lost their lives in the ensuing battle. However, amidst their chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged to prevent the kingdom from descending into further disarray. The Scaled Lord himself descended from the heavens, restoring order and making a profound proclamation. In a selfless act to maintain the integrity and unity of Wyverngard, the Scaled Lord anointed his holy daughter as the new queen of Wyverngard.
What? Again with the Scaled Lord nonsense. This reeks of a violent political coup. Whoever this new queen is, I bet she's just another rotten noble. Says there's a picture of her on the next page. Wait.
Oh my gosh, that cut out!
Oh, we've got go.
I won't ask you to forgive me, Your Majesty, but I want to continue to atone for all the harm I caused.
Everyone's got to be on their A game now. We've got
A-game,
Nate's
please.
attorney credit sequence.
I will continue my studies in the field of conjuration. With the kingdom in such disarray, it falls on people like me. Something.
Maintain order.
Why are you looking at me like that?
We'd never be able to do this if you invested in our cafe. I feel partially responsible for what happened at the beginning of the Academy. I'd like to make amends however I can. Don't worry about that. Go on.
Business has been booming since we set up shop in Rathome.
More customers just means more work for me.
That was not fair.
I've been developing my necromancy ever since I began working under Lord. I think
Clavius.
I've grown quite good at it.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You've grown competent at it. That was a joke. You're probably the best necromancer I know. Aside from me, of course.
Aw.
Waifu
consultation.
That's so great.
What a
That's-
fucking line. What a title.
That's so funny. I'm sorry, but I really can't remember anything. From what I've read in my record, perhaps that's a good thing.
Your memories are gone, your crimes can't be changed. You'll still have to serve your sentence, but I do hope you can live out the rest of your life in peace.
And soon, Shady Cicada.
Yeah?
What are you looking at, punk? Wait.
Oh no, it's you.
That crazy chick isn't with you, is she?
Um,
Why are you looking behind me, man?
Did you just call me crazy?
Oh lord, run for it, Gavin.
Yes, that's me.
flute, oboe!
French horn. Elena.
Euphonia. Good to see you, Mr. Cuthbert. From what I hear, you're certainly moved up in the world.
Yeah, a lot has happened. I don't even know where to begin. I'm glad to see the refinery is doing well.
Well, I suppose I have you to thank for that. You're quite the... what did Her Majesty call you?
An angel investor.
Yes, that's it.
Actually, I'm here on behalf of Her Majesty. We both had an idea for a business venture. And we think it would set a good precedent if we employed your company for our business practice.
Oh, I think I like the sound of that.
Trombone. Drum set. Violin.
You have messages. Oh, go on. Believe in Noble House.
Learn about leading Noble House. But I hope I can bring House Frege and Wyvern to a brighter future.
I think it's about time we ended the constant feuding between the Steel Ones and the Fregas. I'd like for us to work together.
I may not know much, but that certainly sounds like a step in the right direction.
Tracker will do best to help Queen.
I appreciate the gesture, Tracker, but I don't think...
Banks need gold, right? Tracker can dig for gold.
Oh,
I love
Tracker.
Oh,
Tracker is the
Tracker.
best.
And it makes checkmate, Cuthbert.
what?
Did you just lose?
No, I demand a rematch!
Let me lose with dignity for Lord's sake.
I'm glad I let him keep those armbands.
Oh my god!
Amazing!
Amazing. Dylan Doc.
Think the Scared Lord will sacrifice his daughter for the good of our kingdom.
Man, I want this job.
Oh my
So
god!
let you such self-sacrifice.
I'm literally a queen! Who wouldn't want this mantle? Actually, this job is kind of annoying.
Sorry.
Nah, as long as I have you with me, I'm happy.
Oh my god, that fucking guy. Every time.
May have everyone else, but I know how this story goes. A mage is still a mage, and a noble is still a noble.
Come on, don't be like that.
Hey, you want to prove me wrong, by all means. But I ain't holding my breath.
I suppose you have every reason not to trust those in power. But we are going to fix this kingdom, and we're going to do it within the confines of the law.
I really wish he would talk to us.
He needs time to process everything that happened. And I don't think he'll be very receptive to us. At least not right now.
We should probably hire a therapist.
Well, I mean,
What the fuck is that?
he was turned into a rabbit by you, so I mean... that still never came out in court.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I really appreciate you coming here with me. His actions were absolutely deplorable. I was hoping coming here would give me closure, but... with Von Sanctus and Sybil gone, we have had much easier time repairing our kingdom. I feel uneasy about all this.
No, I also see what you mean. He may have had good intentions, but he refused to let anyone work with him. Even with Eris, they were just using each other. I do think he really wanted to change Wyvern, but he went only on his terms. Even if he did end up achieving his goals, something, no lasting peace or justice could be achieved at its foundation.
That's surprisingly mature for you.
Hey, I'm always mature!
Goodbye, Castor.
Why does half of my characters die in the...
Are you kidding me, Ruby? What kind of ridiculous case was that?
Weren't you the one who called a monkey to the stand during Beatrice's trial?
Yeah, I suppose you have a point.
Truth is often stranger than fiction. You should know that better than anyone.
Oh my god, I just realized. Is this what I've been doing to Arya?
Yes!
Hey, you're the one that wanted to be lead prosecutor.
Only filling in
Only
for her
filling in
until we
for-
can find a qualified replacement.
Well, if you ever get bored of life as a royal, there's always a spot open at my office.
Ugh.
Ruby lived.
Ruby did live. Genuinely surprised by that shit.
How?
I see they allowed you to keep your axe.
But I asked you to stop visiting me.
You did. I merely chose to ignore you.
McCoy's impudence is rubbing off on you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I am glad to see you in such good spirits. Suppose I underestimated you.
I'm surprised you're not sentencing me to death. I suppose I should be grateful.
Yeah, we kind of need you alive so we know air's back.
You're using me like a canary in a coal mine. I'm almost proud of you two. Although I am curious as to why she hasn't returned yet.
Saving her energy for the sequel, I mean, what?
What is this? Why are you preventing me from leaving?
Well, I can't very well let you make a fool of yourself a second time. You're not allowed to leave the Sixth Circle until I tell you otherwise. So says the word of Asmodeus.
Are you kidding me?
If you won't behave like a petulant child, I'll treat you like one.
I swear, when I get out of here...
What have I told you about speaking in future tense?
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Are you sure you don't want to move into the castle with us, Mom?
No, I've grown attached to this place. It's your father's and it doesn't seem right to abandon it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Anyways, I want to give you two some privacy.
Mom!
Axolotl.
So stop dragging your feet, Tyrion. I want to live to see my grandkids.
Mom!
So I
You
heard.
heard the lady, Tyrion.
You know what he also heard? That she likes mudkips.
Yeah.
So, I was wondering. You've lived for a really long time, right? Please don't rattle him up right now.
I know.
Oh my God. Do I have any siblings?
No, I'm sorry. There was one many centuries ago, but I lost her. It was rare, even across the centuries, when I've sought companionship. Dragons are magical beings, and the creation of offsprings is rare, so much so that it's a miracle that you were born. I'm sorry, but you are alone.
I don't really feel that way. I think I spend so much time with Arya that she's basically my sister. And Tyrion, well...
Perhaps I should have some words with Mr. Cuthbert.
Don't you dare!
Everybody
why haven't
in
you
this
fucked my daughter
game
yet?
is the best.
I swear to God, if the next game doesn't at least have the wedding before the end, I'm gonna riot.
Till we meet again, Crimson Demon.
Who keeps telling people about that nickname?
Who knows? It could have been anyone.
Tyrion?
You don't like it? I can help you come up with a new one.
I'm good, thanks.
How about Scaled Empress?
Pretty good.
Okay, I actually really like that.
Yep, it's pretty good.
I did do the hand motions, like always when I'm playing her.
Obviously.
Rakuten!
Oh, boy, Cuthbert. I have everything ready for you tonight.
What?
It's nothing. Pretend like you don't know anything.
What?
Exactly.
Oh, I see. So it's for her.
What are you doing?
It's a surprise.
Alright, whatever you say.
Bitch, you better be proposing to her right now. You better.
The crowdfunder list, or nearing the end of crowdfunder list.
Please start from the future.
Hey, why'd you bring me out here?
Oh, we're in literal dialogue. Hello.
You're not usually this secretive.
Come on, it's a surprise.
Wait, is that a boat? Are you going to be okay? I thought you were really prone to motion sickness.
I see that occupation.
Don't worry, I've done this plenty of times before.
Lead prosecutor and queen. Oh my gosh.
Yup.
All right.
Been there the
if you
whole
say
time.
We also never figured out what happened to Aster's ship originally, did we?
No.
Best guess, I take her.
That just got snapped out of fucking existence.
Tyrion, it's really dark. Are you sure this is safe?
Yeah, there'll be plenty of light soon.
Soon?
In about 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Oh, we're
Right
just
on
reenacting
schedule.
Emiya.
You knew this would happen?
During certain times of the year, the ley lines around Aranax become extremely potent. A lot of the businesses here take advantage of this to charge the arcane power cells in their homes. And those effects are amplified when they do it simultaneously. This is what happens when they synchronize with each other. It lights up the entire city.
You're such a nerd.
But it's beautiful, right?
Yeah, it is.
My mom once used to bring me out here before everything happened. You're the only other person I've ever shown this to.
Oh. I really miss being able to spend time with you like this.
Yeah, me too.
It was so much simpler when you were just an attorney and I was your bodyguard. But now I'm this guild lord's daughter and you're a lead prosecutor. We barely get to see each other.
But at least we're together now. And you have something to remember whenever we're apart.
Yeah, this is so sweet. I love him so much. What?
Your thoughts are leaking, Celeste.
What are you?
Mm,
Oh, it's been so long, I forgot to.
is something wrong? She's always had a habit of teasing you. You can't help but enjoy putting her on the other end for once.
I didn't really mean. Wait, no, I didn't mean, but I know this is a really rude thing to say, but I kind of hate the Eye of Horus sometimes.
I love you too, Celeste.
Okay.
You try to inch closer to her, but she's trying her hardest to avoid eye contact with you. There is one way to make her meet your gaze.
Tyrion,
Do you not want this?
Of course I do. I've wanted this for a long time. I always find myself smiling like an idiot whenever we're together. I don't think I've ever felt this happy before.
Your faces inch closer to each other. You two may never be able to go back to your old lives. But moments like this make everything worth it.
You'll always keep your promise, right?
No matter what happens, no matter where each of us goes, we'll go there together.
Good. Sorry, this is all a little too much. I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
Take all the time you need. Right now, we have all the time in the world.
The fuck are you?
Who the fuck?
Have you heard about what happened in Wyvengard?
Is that why you've called me here? This could have been an email to Sentinel.
This is serious. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Did we not know about this Tyrion Cuthbert? Keeping records of the Heavens Board is Lumina's responsibility, High Inquisitor.
Grey Cuthbert was always a slippery one. Even you couldn't track her. And he's just one Heavensborn.
Ilya,
He brought the Lord of the Sixth to the court of bloody Azathoth. Do you have any idea the amount of damage they could have done to the multiverse there?
You're worrying too much. We're still here, aren't we? The multiverse is intact, and everything is fine.
Ilya, he has the Eye of Odin.
What?
I checked the data my drones collected. These readings, they are exactly the same ones we gathered during our experiment with Frey. He awakened its power, albeit briefly. And he did it in front of the Lord of the Sixth. We must assume that the Lord of the Ninth knows about it as well.
No, come on. That's not possible. Even you said it was impossible to manifest Odin's power on the mortal plane.
The Lord of the Ninth has begun moving his forces. He knows, Ilya. You know better than anyone else. Nothing is impossible when the House of Horus is involved.
Alright, you win. I'll look into this.
Exercise discretion. If they ever find out what we did with Frey.
I know. It could mean war with Wavengard.
Ilya. Could mean war with the entire Outer Planes.
Woo!
Sorry, Mitty, you didn't get a chance to voice Ilya.
I mean,
I'm making a joke because I know Mitty wanted to voice Ilya for Fate Stay Night.
we do have a design for Ilya.
God.
Yes, but let's save that until Tyrion Cuthbert 2 comes out.
Fine.
When
But
did this game come out?
Fine, but I'm posting this.
What year did this game come out? Hang on.
Oh my.
Oh. Celeste. Damn.
2023, huh? Ooh, strong contender for my favorite game. 2023. I would need to go through and see what the top games were that year, but like, this is up there. This is fucking up there, man. God, this is so good.
This?
Easily one of the best visual
2023,
novels I've gone through, just in general.
One of the best.
2023, huh?
Uh-huh.
So, contending with the likes of Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3,
Honestly, yeah, it's
Super
up
Mario
there.
Bros. Wonder.
Might not beat out Baldur's Gate 3, but
It's in the top 3.
It's in the top 3.
And
God.
I think we've said it several times throughout this journey. This is the best Ace Attorney game in existence,
Yeah.
and it's not Ace Attorney.
They've done so well to make sure this is a very well written, concise, self-contained story that doesn't waste time and literally understands the formula of the Ace Attorney trial segments better than any Ace Attorney game that I have ever seen.
Yo. Arya, fucking Miriam there. Hell yeah. I am for these fucking designs.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, I guess until the second game comes out, which we are absolutely playing as soon as it fucking releases.
What if it releases at the same time as Monster Con?
Oh no. Don't tempt that fucking fate, please. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out then. But for now, thank you all so very much for stopping by. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next stream.
Later.